How do NCAA credit hour minimums affect student athletes? Have you ever wondered how the academic rules of the National Collegiate Athletic Association impact student athletes? Let's break down the role of credit hour minimums in their lives. First off, student athletes must maintain a certain number of academic credits each term to stay eligible for their sports. For undergraduate student athletes, this means they need to be enrolled full-time, which is at least 12 credit hours per term. Graduate student athletes have a slightly lower requirement of 9 credit hours. If they fall below these numbers, they risk losing their eligibility to compete or practice. This rule is in place to ensure that they are balancing their academic and athletic commitments. But it doesn't stop there. Student athletes also need to show ongoing progress toward their degrees. By the start of their third semester, they must have completed at least 24 credit hours that count toward their degree program. As they continue, they have to meet specific benchmarks: 40% of their degree by the 5th semester, 60% by the 7th semester, and 80% by the 9th semester. These milestones help ensure they are on track to graduate and not delaying their academic progress due to sports. Additionally, student athletes must earn a minimum number of credit hours each term, often at least 6, to keep their eligibility for the next term. They also need to maintain a minimum grade point average that starts around 1.8 and increases to 2.0 or higher as they advance. This combination of credit hour and grade point average requirements encourages them to perform well academically. From the perspective of balancing sports and academics, these credit hour minimums create a structured environment that requires effective time management. Student athletes must carefully plan their course loads to maintain full-time status while juggling practice, travel, and competition schedules. Many relying on academic support services like tutoring and advising to help them meet these requirements. Practically speaking, student athletes may need to avoid taking too few courses during competitive seasons to ensure they remain as eligible. They must also keep track of their progress toward degree milestones to avoid any eligibility issues later on. If they decide to change majors, it requires careful coordination to ensure that their credits still count toward their new degree and meet the NCAA progress requirements. Summer courses typically do not count toward some NCAA credit hour progress rules, making regular semester enrollment critical. Overall, NCAA credit hour minimums significantly impact student athletes by requiring them to stay enrolled full-time, earn a minimum number of credits each term, and make steady progress toward their degrees. This system aims to protect their academic standing while allowing them to compete, but it also demands a disciplined approach to balancing both academic and athletic responsibilities.